Hello, everybody. My name is Jeong, and I'm the founder of Future Hack Global, and I would like to talk about a very important subject today, and that is why we need more tech ed and maybe a little bit less ed tech, and I'll explain that. So just a little background of myself. I'm a Wall Street veteran of 20 plus years. I co-founded 2 investment firms and had 2 successful exits. And one of the most important things on this page is that I was a self-learner since the age of 13, and I want to explain that a little bit more. At a very young age, at 9 years old, I started working. My brother and I both had 2 jobs, and my mother had 4 jobs. So I started delivering newspapers and working at a restaurant. And so I made it my goal to not only one day work on Wall Street, but actually own my own investment firm on Wall Street. I had that goal, my moonshot goal, since 16 years old. And so every day I would spend an hour just watching CNBC, reading the Wall Street Journal, reading books, investment books, and even drawing on charts. So I made up my own curriculum by asking these experts. And this curriculum that I made cost $0. Okay? And this was before the internet. So I was able to learn about the stock market and investing from a very young age without the internet and without any money. So this is one of my favorite quotes from Joy Ito of MIT Media Lab. Education is what people do to you. Learning is what you do to yourself. So when you find something that you're truly passionate about learning, you're always learning it, right? Nobody has to tell you to go learn more of it, okay? So the biggest learning platform that we have today, it's actually YouTube. So we're going to talk about and dig deep into why technology education is so much more important and why we need new content to teach the students. So let's talk about EdTech. And so, and even this is a great platform for tutoring math. The same old math that we've been teaching for years, okay? I'm not saying that that's not important. That is important, but why don't we teach them something new? In addition, okay? What is technology education? Tech ed, in my own definition, is the use of new technologies to deliver new kinds of curriculum. Why do we want to do that? It's because we want to create an ecosystem that includes everybody in the digital age, not just the people who can afford it. How do we educate everyone to be entrepreneurial, everyone to think with new technologies, everyone to be leaders in the digital age? How do we do that? I'm going to introduce a suite of tech ed solutions for all age groups. So first we have Future Hack for 13-year-old and up, okay? From students to teachers, we've done student and teacher programs, we've done professional programs. We really look at self-discovery, understanding yourself and why you're doing things first. And one of the first things that we do is talk about Ikigai, the Japanese philosophy of how to really understand yourself, what you're passionate about, what you're good at, and how you use that for a more productive life. Learn forward. So we teach all of these technologies and we expose them to it. No, we don't teach them 100% of it. We expose them to 5% of it and then jog their curiosity. Most of them already know this. You just have to allow them to use this. In school, we don't allow them to use any of this. Then, once you understand what you're good at, what you're passionate about, you combine that with some great technology. Then what? Then you have to learn about life skills. All of these important life skills we teach: entrepreneur mindset, leadership, teamwork, public speaking, how to sell, marketing, the new kinds of marketing, problem solving, understanding, actually going and doing market research and interviewing people who might be your customers. We do all of these things at Future Hack. So these are some of the solutions that they come up with, not only looking at history, but looking at, what are the problems now and what are the problems that they can solve in the future, okay? And really understanding how they can impact the world while creating sustainable businesses. They know why they're learning, right? So they're so motivated in this camp that they're working many, many hours, and none of us has to tell them to work harder. So we've done these programs for corporates and as well as universities. Now, the next solution is for slightly older, okay? So 15 to 35-year-olds learning programming for the very first time. So Steve Jobs said this in 1995. Everyone should learn how to program a computer. It really teaches you how to think. So we're really learning computer not to learn coding, but to actually learn computational thinking and really learn it like we learn math. We don't learn math to become math teachers. We learn math because it's used in everyday life. Coding is the same exact thing. Everything that we do, all the companies are technology companies now. So going forward, most of the jobs are going to require some type of coding, or if you're not coding, then you have to be talking to somebody who understands coding, right? So most of the jobs are going to be computing jobs or computer-related jobs, and yet very few percentage of our graduates around the world actually have computer science degrees or have ever taken any computer science ever. And why aren't we creating new types of curriculum like data science in genomics or data science? So if you want to be a doctor, you should be learning data science and learning how to do genomics. That is the future of being a doctor. And lastly, for the professionals, this is one of the largest platforms in the world for professional developer training. And recently, we've just joined World Economic Forum Industry 4.0 IT Skills Initiative, and they see how many IT jobs are being created and all of them being unfilled because the students are simply not ready. They're not learning it in school. And why should we wait until university before they learn? Why? Learning coding is like learning math, is like learning a language. The younger you start, the more you understand. So let's really start early, and let's really get new curriculum, to the right people, and really talk about more technology education rather than just education technologies. Thank you.